How many of you have heard about climate change? Raise your hands, right? What did I say? It's a scam. It is. Wildlife conservation is a scam. Sustainability, it's even a bigger scam. To be very honest, I have been doing this for the last 14 years. You know, wildlife and environment does not make me any money. Barely I make any money through it. I'm 28 years old. I might look like 35. I don't own a car. I'm yet to get married. I don't own a house. I don't make much money. A lot of difficulties. Because when you work for wildlife and environment, there's a lot of investment, a lot of money you need to conserve. But I'm quite happy following my passion. I quit my high paying job 8 years back to fulfill my passion towards wildlife and environment. But why? Because we are living in a world where the air you breathe is polluted. The water you drink is polluted. The soil in which you grow your crop is polluted. And when we talk about conserving environment, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? There's a term called sustainability. How many of you have heard about the term sustainability? Raise your hands. I can't see your hands. Right? Now, what is the definition of sustainability? बहुत सारे definition होता है Google में मिल जाता है. You get all the definitions of Google, blah blah blah. But let me today show you the true definition of sustainability in India and across the world. For me, as per my experience, sustainability is nothing but a marketing gimmick, a capitalistic tool to make more and more profits. You want to know how? It might shock you. How many of you have heard about the term? There is a trend going out in India. There's a trend across the world. It's on the rise. It's called sustainable fashion. How many have heard about sustainable fashion? Right? Those who haven't heard about sustainable fashion, it means you're making clothes which is environmental friendly and low on carbon footprint. Right? But I believe it is not, nobody will tell you this thing. Remember these words. It is not sustainable if it is not affordable. Let me repeat it once again for you. It's not sustainable if it's not affordable. What is the point of making any sustainable good or any sustainable product if only 1 out of 100 people can afford it? And this is not only limited to fashion. And the second comes hemp. How many of you have heard about hemp in the past? Raise your hands. Weed, सब कोई हाथ उठा लेता ऊपर. Hemp, no one. Let me explain it. So in marijuana, the THC content is quite high. So you get addicted to it. You feel high. In hemp, the THC content is low. But why is hemp very important for us? It's very easy to grow hemp in India. But nobody's working towards it. I'll tell you why. Hemp sucks carbon from the atmosphere 4 times faster than trees. Hemp grows 20 times faster than trees. Here, it replenishes the soil faster than trees. With hemp, you can make any kind of plastic item at a very cheap rate. With hemp, you can make clothes. With hemp, you can make concrete. With hemp, you can make buildings that last for more than 500 years. How many of you have heard about a motor company called Ford? During World War II, when there was a shortage of steel, Henry Ford built a car which was made out of hemp. And it was, I think, around 10 to 15 times more stronger than steel. And it was running on vegetable oil and hemp oil as well. But after World War II, nobody knew what happened to that car. We all know the reason. But my question is, when hemp has so much of potential, and when it's so easy to grow hemp in India, why don't we see more and more businesses across India working on hemp-based products? When COVID happened overnight, everybody was clueless what is going to happen. COVID vaccine was manufactured all of a sudden. Do you think it is really very tough to make plastics out of hemp? No, it is very easy. Then why is it not happening across India? Why is it not happening across the world? This is my question to you. And I brought an answer for you once you go back home. Now, coming to the next problem statement, unscientific love. What if I tell you that it's okay if tigers are getting killed by villagers? What if I say that it's okay if cheetahs are getting killed by villagers? Do you think it's weird if I'm saying these words? Raise your hands. How many of you think it's weird? Yes, I won't blame you. Because you have unscientific love towards wildlife. You have unscientific love towards wild animals. You're getting a point. Your knowledge is derived from Google, a couple of wildlife safaris, and some Nancio shows on OTT platforms. For example, when you go to a state like Uttarakhand forest has so many leopards, and the forest does not have the capacity to hold so many leopards. Some or the other, they are families losing its wife, their husband, their mother, their father, their grandfather, their grandmother, their children. Why? Leopards are coming. And when these kind of videos go viral, people like you on the internet, you cry. Because of your greed and your need, trees are being cut down. Mining is happening. So what is happening? These tigers and leopards are losing their habitat. So they're moving more and more closer towards human habitat. And these people you see, they are forest dwelling communities. They are communities who stays around the forest areas. So they have every freaking right to protect their family members, even if it means that they have to kill a tiger or they have to kill a lion or they have to kill a leopard. It's very easy to sit in a concrete jungle in your city and speak whatever you want on the internet. It's a crime. You should put them behind bars. Let them kill those animals. It's completely fine. They have to protect the family members because remember, you have been taught wrong. Wildlife conservation isn't only about protecting wild animals. It's also about protecting and taking care of the local communities, the forest-dwelling communities. We don't think about them. It's because of us, the human-animal conflicts are increasing. So my question to you is, how can we reduce human-wildlife conflict in forest areas? Because we, the city people, the metropolitan city people, are responsible for the most amount of habitat loss. I want you to find an answer. I want you to take actionable steps towards it. Coming to the next problem statement. This is my favorite. How many of you think it's weird what I've written on the screen? How many of you think it's weird? People are being celebrated when they recycle plastic. I feel our education system is quite illiterate. Whatever has been taught to us in school, all going down the brain. People are losing logic all the time on Instagram, brain rot, using AI. You're lost of smartness. Let me give you the scientific reason. How many times can you recycle one plastic? You know about this. You can recycle one plastic bottle once, twice, thrice, fourth time, fifth time. Slowly, the plastic fibers loses its strength and it can never be recycled. So what is going to happen? In the end, again, it is going to land up in the landfills or in the oceans. So plastic recycling is a short-term success and a long-term disaster. No matter whatever you recycle the plastic into, whatever you do with the plastic, you make chairs, you make buildings, you make building blocks. In the end, I would love to conclude by saying there's an idiom in Hindi, it goes like, आप जिस थाली में खाते हो, उस थाली में आप छेद नहीं करते हो. How many have heard about this idiom? Raise your hands. Right? Converted into English, you don't make holes in the plate in which you consume your food. We are doing exactly the same. Modern day journalism will never make you realize this. Why? Because big businesses are going to suffer a lot. They're not going to make money. If you guys know the truth, we are leading a very unhealthy life and we are leading a very slow death. In the next 30 to 40 years, Bitcoin is not going to be the biggest currency. Silver is not going to be the biggest currency. Gold is definitely not going to be the biggest currency. Your SIPs, your mutual funds, your insurance is not going to be your biggest assets. Down the line, in the next 30 to 40 years, your biggest asset is going to be clean air to breathe, clean water to drink, and clean soil to grow your crops. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.